You know, we're all told that higher education is the key to success, but many give the current student loan system a failing grade.
Becky Oliver is in, and she says we are all paying the price. Becky.
And we sure are, because of the impact that it has on the economy. Now, this is not a story about deadbeats who refuse to pay. It's about hardworking Americans with jobs struggling with this life-altering debt and a broken system that benefits the banks and the government.
We have a student loan crisis looming in America.
Policy of student loans is a total failure.
Today's graduates carry more than $1 trillion in debt.
No one should go broke because they chose to go to college.
And yet, across North Texas, that's exactly what college graduates are telling us. They're swimming in debt with no rescue in sight.
I'll get out wine glasses.
Sam and Emily Stribling are the picture of success.
Okay.
Both went to prestigious universities and graduated almost debt-free.
We were assigned a building and then we had to analyze it.
Then architecture school, where the borrowing began.
I just assumed, oh, well, no, student loans, that's how you get through school. I love that picture of you.
The Striblings got married. The future looked bright until the economy took a dive, just as they accepted their diplomas.
Everybody had huge layoffs. Nobody was hiring.
The Striblings moved in with parents and took the only jobs they could get.
At Hallmark, I was making $8.50 an hour.
They put their student loans on hold to get their feet on the ground. Now, both have great jobs, but the debt skyrocketed.
$167,000.
The Striblings pay about $800 a month toward their debt, almost $10,000 a year. But with a 6% interest rate, that $167,000 debt is not shrinking.
So the loans get bigger every year.
And the Striblings are far from unusual.
This is a mess.
Do you see any way out of this?
No.
The University of North Texas.
Jay Slavaka graduated from University of North Texas, but had big dreams of working in the Big Apple.
This was the 3-month program.
So he enrolled in film school. He borrowed about $50,000.
I did some videos for Denton Ryan High School.
Now, at 37, a decade later, that number is closer to $80,000. At one point, his interest rate was a whopping 18%.
So it's pretty much they own me, basically. I mean, that's the truth.
The bottom line, the cost of a college education has soared, up 65% in the past 10 years. Around Texas, state schools like UT and A&M are now about $21,000 a year. Private schools like SMU and TCU are closer to $50,000 a year. That's more than $200,000 for a 4-year college degree. And the average debt is way up. In 2005, it was $15,000. Now it's $27,000. But the problem is not the amount borrowed, it's the interest.
But I didn't realize, like I said, about the $10,000 fee.
Ursula Nelson didn't even know her $22,000 loan had ballooned to more than $30,000 until we sat down with her. She put her loan in deferment while working on her master's degree in criminal justice.
The interest is so high and everything is like, it seems like I will be paying this until the day I die.
Nelson may be right. Right now, she pays about $145 a month. She owes $66,000. At 6% interest, even if she more than doubles her monthly payment, it will take her 98 years to pay off her loan. And check out the interest. She would have to increase those payments to almost $700 a month in order to get paid off by the time she hits retirement.
New Orleans and Miami.
Darren Marshall should be thinking about his retirement. He's 50 with teenagers. He borrowed $24,000 almost 20 years ago, but he lost a job and went into default. He could end up paying back more than 4 times what he originally borrowed.
I don't have anyone to turn to.
And now the government takes his tax return.
They want to just turn it over to these vicious collection agencies, and they do what they want to with it.
What many borrowers don't realize is that credit card debt, even gambling debt, can be discharged in bankruptcy, but not student loans. The government will take your tax return, your disability check, even your Social Security check to get that money back.
Over 120,000 individuals, their Social Security checks were not given to them because of their student loan debt.
Kathy DeWitt Dunn is a local financial planner. She advises students to look at community college, to stay in state, and take online courses to save money.
No one's really sat down with these kids to tell them this is the impact of what's going to happen to you, because this money is so easy to come by.
Near you. The Striblings are taking advantage of one government option, an income-based repayment program where they pay a percentage of their salary for the next 25 years. But in the end, they'll have to pay taxes on the balance. For now, they are renting, and like so many, never imagined their education they're so proud of could be so crippling.
We would love to have kids. It does limit, though, because, I mean, it changes your options.
Yeah, I'm not buying a house. I'm not buying a second car. I'm not doing any of those things. It's my intention never to retire. That's the simple answer.
Now, while students struggle with the debt, it's estimated that the federal government made $40 billion off of student loans just this year. We have lots of great information on our website about tuition, repayment plans, what you can do to fight back. Remember to always research before you sign and avoid a default at all costs. A lender can tack on up to 18% if you fail to pay. Becky Oliver, Fox 4 News.